So you want to clean out your closet this year so you can have more space, so you can love what you wear, and you can feel good about every single thing that you own. I totally understand where you're coming from. If you feel like it's an overwhelming task, if it's a daunting task, if you feel like you are held back by the things in your closet from really having the style that you love, of loving the way that you look, of feeling like you're not wasting your money or your time standing in front of the closet stressing about what to wear, I am right there with you. This is stuff that I work with my clients on. This is stuff that I teach in my course, and this is stuff that I'm gonna be working with you over the next couple of videos and throughout the year on how to clean out, edit, and organize your wardrobe and make money from your closet so you can invest and new and cool things that you love. Today's video is going to be, I've got my tea right here. It's gonna be a little bit longer, but it's going to be a very good one. A few years ago, I wrote a really great guide for my clients and for my students in my course about how to clean and edit and organize their wardrobes so that they could make room for the things that they love. And I thought I would share that guide with you today because it is still January, it's still the beginning of the year, and now is the perfect time really, I think, to wipe the slate clean and figure out what your style is for 2020 so that you can set some style goals for yourself, maybe set some monetary goals for yourself in terms of how much you want to spend, how much you'd like to earn from your clothes once you sell them, and maybe what are some key pieces that you want to invest in. So I'm going to be giving you guys a link to download the complete closet cleanout guide in the description box below, and you can probably grab it if you click on one of the links right up here. And let's go ahead and dive in and get started. The first thing that you need to do is you need to pick the right time. You need to be prepared. You need to figure out what day and what time cleaning out your closet is going to work for you. This takes a lot of effort, and you don't want to just get the itch and go in your closet and start pulling stuff out, because trust me, it's going to leave an enormous mess and it's going to leave you feeling really overwhelmed, and you are not going to be able to finish the job without making a plan from start to finish. So you need to pick one day out of a week where you are just going to schedule like 4 to 5 hours or maybe even more time to totally overhaul your wardrobe. If you live with people, you probably want to check with them and ask them what they've got going on that day, and then you can really lock in and make sure that you're committed to doing this. You're gonna need some supplies. If you have a really dusty old house like me, you're probably going to need some paper towels, some Swiffer pads, a broom maybe. It really just depends on what your closet situation is or wardrobe situation is. But you're also gonna need some trash bags or cardboard boxes to put your purged items into. And trust me, this is going to save you so much time in the long run if you do it the way that I'm teaching you. You're also gonna need a staging area to pull everything out. So you might have a tiny room, you might have a large bed, you might have a big room, maybe you have a living room space. It really depends on your living situation. Your whole living area might become your staging area, but this is the space where you want to pull everything out, which I'm gonna get to. You wanna pull everything out and you're going to put it all there. So I'm talking about literally everything, okay? So you've been prepared, you've got yourself ready, you talked to the people you live with, you got your day scheduled, you've got your playlist, your Netflix, your Amazon Prime, you are ready to go. Now what you need to do is you need to get ready to purge. God, that sun is so intense. I really can't handle how intense the sun is right now, so I think I might need to switch some stuff around. Oh, golly gee. Okay, whoa. All right, that's a wee bit better. All right, you guys, I had to completely rearrange because the sun was just creeping in on my face. Not a bad thing, but all right, now we're rocking and rolling. Natural break and natural pause and everything. So here's the deal. A couple of questions you might be asking yourself is, how much clothing should you keep? That is entirely up to you. That's entirely dependent upon how much you really love and how much you actually have and kind of what your goals are. There's no right or wrong number. I know that the minimalism aspect of things is really appealing, and if you feel like getting rid of everything, I can't stop you from doing that. But every woman's wardrobe and every person's wardrobe is so unique to them that there's no way I could say just stick with this certain number of clothing items or shoes or whatever. But I think you'll figure out what's right for you, and chances are you'll do one big sweep of a clean out and a purge, and you might feel like you could do another one later. So you could always hold back the first go around. Or I've seen clients that get rid of way too much all at one time, and then they're like, gosh, I wish I would have gotten rid of that thing. And then I do see other people that hold on to things for way too long. So really it's entirely subjective and it's totally personal. So you have to do what works for you. My opinion is to do a mini sweep and kind of take an assessment of where your closet stands, and then go back later and get rid of some more stuff. There are some metrics, or a matrix rather, a decision matrix that could help you get rid of things, and that's in the guide. But I will say that there are questions you could ask yourself, like, how much do I love it on a scale from 1 to 10? If I lost this item or it was damaged, would I miss it? Would I really regret not having it? Do I wish I bought another duplicate of this item? How does it make me feel? Do I get compliments in it when I wear it? These are all really important things that can help you figure out if you love the item enough to keep it. Here's something really, really, really important. You don't want to keep old, broken, damaged, ill-fitting items, things that are just hanging around in your closet for no good reason. Bridesmaids dresses that you're never gonna have altered and you're never gonna do anything with them. If they've been hanging around in your life for too long and they're broken or damaged, it's time to let them go. Here's where you start to put things into the trash bags or the paper boxes or whatever kind of carry away bin you might have, and there are piles that I recommend you designating. The first pile would be your keep pile, and at this stage you're literally pulling everything out of your wardrobe. You might even be trying stuff on, so you might need a mirror around you somewhere. Definitely need some water, definitely need some music, possibly some snacks. You'd want to pull everything out and put them into these piles: the keep pile, the maybe pile, the charity pile / donate pile, possibly a repair dry cleaning pile, okay, if you're gonna actually commit to getting those things fixed, and then trash. Those are the piles for you for now. I have never really been one that advocates splitting up your seasonal wardrobe. I really believe that when you put things away, you forget what you have and you're tempted to buy more, buy duplicates, or just not appreciate the styling aspect of these things. Whether we're saving that garment for when we lose 10 pounds, or we're saving it for the right picture, or we're afraid to wear it because of what people will say or what people will think about us, it's time to let some of those things go and to make space in your life for just other things that you might want, whether it's more clothes or whether it's just taking the pressure off yourself to be something that you're not, or that you're just not able to create right now in your life. I love clothing, and I think it's an art form in and of itself, so it's really hard sometimes for me to let go of certain pieces of clothing, especially because of the concept of sunk cost. That's an accounting term that basically means you're afraid to get rid of something because of what you've invested in it, even though you haven't really received your return on investment. And that's something that I really recommend you work through in a couple of different ways. Number one, you want to consider the drain or the drag on your life in terms of cost of it still being in your life, even though you're not getting a return on your investment. So you could look at it: how much time is it costing you to keep? How much mental space is it costing you? Is it costing you confidence? Is it costing you energy in terms of, repairing it, or possibly even, just washing it, although you don't love it? So there's a cost to keeping it. So you could look at it in the way that if you were to get rid of this garment, you're freeing up that cost, even though you didn't really feel like you got your money's worth out of it. Second way to approach it, and I think this is the better way, is to sell it. You want to sell that item, make some of your cash back, or make a profit, or even just a little bit of cash back, and you're going to feel so good about that. So if it's a higher end item, definitely spend the time to sell it. If it's something that was just really inexpensive, or it's fast fashion and cheap, just let it go. There's so many different ways to sell clothes these days. I could go on and on and on. And in fact, I'd love to make a video all about selling clothes, because part of what I'm doing today is talking about launching my vintage shop. That's one of the best ways is to make money from your wardrobe, is to just sell your clothes online. So a lot of the clothes that I'm selling in my Etsy store are items from my wardrobe, but they're also items that I've accrued over the years because I had different vintage clothing ventures. So I'm excited to share that with you guys today, and that's gonna continue to grow. There's gonna be more pieces that I put on the shop as time goes on, so please stay tuned for that. Now we get to the point where we can start to organize what we love. So you wanna take the get rid of items, so the charity and trash items, and you want to set those far away. Set them aside, far away. Now you want to take the love items and you're going to start to put them back into your wardrobe. You're going to do it in a really specific way, and I also detail this in my free guide. Let's go over that right now. Okay, are you ready? First you want to do tops, then blouses, sweaters, then blazers, and that would take care of your upper half section. Depending on how your wardrobe is arranged, this may or may not make sense, but let's assume that you have a closet that has two tier closet. So on the top tier, you're gonna put the tops, anything that's on the top half of your body, and on the bottom tier you're going to put anything that's on the bottom half of your body. You could also hang dresses at the very end of your blazers. And for the bottom section of your closet and for yourself, you want to put all of the bottom associated clothes down there, and you want to do it in this order. Let me look at my notes really quick from the guide. So you want to do skirts, shorts, pants, jeans, and then after all that you can put your outerwear, and I'm talking about things that are like coats, heavy coats, things that are not super fashiony maybe. So put all of the heavy, non-fashiony, non-useful, very big, bulky things at the very, very, very end of all of that. Here are the things that you want to fold, and these are the things I recommend folding, and I fold and tuck away into a set of drawers. You want to do your workout clothing, your pajamas, your undergarments, and then other rando things that you might have. All your footwear can go in the closet if that makes sense for your situation, or you can arrange it on a shoe rack or on the floor, although that can get really dusty, really annoying. So again, you just have to do what works for you. What I've learned about teaching this to my students in my style course is that no closet situation is the same, just like no woman is the same. So really, I truly mean it when I say just make it make sense for you. The point here is that you want to get it organized. These are all the pieces that you love, 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 that make you feel 100% beautiful and that are not holding you back in any way for whatever reason, even if you just invested in them. Here are the details though. Once you've got all that taken care of, you want to really focus on arranging those items in your closet by color. So by Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So imagine you've got all of your tops on the top shelf. You want to go like creams and whites, and then you want to do by Roy G. Biv, and just make sure that you're ending with grays and blacks, and I hope that makes sense. So it's almost like you're looking at it as a rainbow. And again, you may not have a ton of color in your wardrobe, you may have all color in your wardrobe. These are things that just kind of change so much based on the individual, so there's no way I could like say for you exactly what it's gonna look like, but just make it make sense for you. The other little detail that might seem a bit crazy to you is that I also arrange by sleeve length. So if you've got your tops again as an example, so if you're reading from left to right, toplet or like sleeveless tube tops, spaghetti straps, you know, wider straps, cap sleeve, short sleeve, 3/4 length sleeve, long sleeve, and you get the drift. That way, when you're looking at your wardrobe, it's not just by kind, it's also by color, and it's also by length. And you can do the same thing with dresses, with coats, with jackets, with pants and shorts. I like visually appealing things because it makes your job styling so much quicker and so much easier, because you're able to put stuff together like that, like lickety split, and you don't have to worry about, does this go together, does it not? Oh, I need a spaghetti strap top to go with this blazer or this cardigan. You know, it just all comes together super fast. Okay, that is totally a huge overview. That's a super fast overview of how to clean out your closet and edit and organize it. I left so much out, but this video would be a million years long if I really went in depth, and I talk about this more in my course and I talk about this more in the guide. But I really encourage you guys to get started. So the other thing that I want to leave you with is like, now is a great time to not only purge and edit and organize your wardrobe, but it's also a great time to go shopping for things that people get rid of at the thrift store. It's a great time to make money from your clothes. I feel like there are endless options, but for me right now, I'm gonna stick with Etsy probably, and I would love for you guys to check out my Etsy shop. You can get that in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store, and there's a link to my Etsy store on my website. So if you head to my website, you'll be able to go to the Etsy shop and start shopping. And you get something directly from me, directly from your from my closet to yours, handpicked in Tennessee and from other places around the world. I'm just so grateful for you guys. If you clean out your closet, do let me know and tag me on Instagram at Bree Lamberson, because I would love to see your progress. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys again really soon. Bye.